Welcome back to Dad's Garage. Today we're working on a 2017 Cadillac CT6. It's got the big 3.0 twin turbo V6 all-wheel drive. And today we got a little bit of a bouncy feeling when we go over bumps or when the transmission shifts. And what I have looked into it at a previous time, to me it seems like that rear transmission mount has just a little bit too much play. So today we're going to go ahead and change it out to you. Let me turn you around and show you what we're working on. So this is the car. I've got it sitting here on my hoist, just ready to get it put up. It's a pretty nice car, white. It's got about 68,800 miles on it. So we'll get this thing up in the air and we'll get you under and we'll go ahead and get this taken care of. All right, so we got this up in the air. I've got the transmission stabilized here just to keep it from falling down. I've got a board across the back of the pan. You know, we're not holding the whole thing up. We're just holding up the end. So we're gonna go ahead and get these bolts removed. I'm gonna start by removing the ones in the middle. And I'm gonna give that just a little turn there. And we'll take these all the way off. And these are the outer bracket, they're shorter bolts than the ones that are actually going up into the center of the mount, into the transmission. So don't get them confused. Also want to make sure that you have some way of orientating this bracket so you can get it put up in the right direction. It does have a certain way it goes in, so this just saves you some time when you get it up there. Longer side goes to the out. So we got it out. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So these two outer bolts, they tie up into the bottom of the transmission bracket. Then we just need to take this one off and put the new one in. You want to make sure you orientate yourself. You'll see there's a V in the bottom of the mount. That one goes down. You want to make sure you have it going in the right direction on that. So we'll get this taken apart. Looks like 14 millimeter bolts, and we'll get the new one put in. All right, so we unbolted the old one, 13 millimeter bolts. We put them back in. We looked up torque specs. We got them torqued down to specs with our torque wrench. Now we're ready to go ahead and get this put back up into the transmission. Just for ease of installing, if you take the mounts that go up into the bolts that actually go into the mount, start some of those threads. That'll actually help support it. Since I only have one stabilizer jack, and that's currently holding up the transmission, that'll stabilize it up there, like so. So I just put in these two bolts, kind of letting it hang there, natural position. Then I can go ahead and get my other one started. These torque down to about 30 foot-pounds. Doesn't look like there's ever been any Loctite on them in the past, so we're not going to put those on now. I like to line up my bracket with my witness mount marks that I have on here. It looks like there is some side-to-side adjustment. The holes are a little wallowed out on the one side. So, not sure how you do it, but put it down in the comments. Let me know. Do you line your brackets back up in the witness marks, or do just center it the best you can and send it home. Let me know, I'm curious. So we're just gonna dial down the gun a little bit so we don't over tighten this. We just wanna get them up in there on the bracket here. Then we'll get the torque wrench. And we'll get those torqued down, and then we'll take it for a rip and see how we did. If you guys, you know, if you don't have a lift in your shop, in your garage, you can do this on your back. Just make sure you get it up in the air and you're doing it, securing it safely on there. And remember, you know, this is DIY. I'm not made of money, but I got to do my own repairs. And this is just something I like to do. And if I can do it, you can do it. Just make sure you're safe when you do it. Support the transmission with a floor jack. Put a board across it. Make sure you have a little wider footprint than what the jack has. Hold it up and then just get your ratchet. You don't need fancy air tools. You can do it by hand. Just get a socket, ratchet, and away you go. And we'll get this torqued down, and we'll be on our way on to the next project. Just want to thank you for watching, and hey, if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and again, we just changed the motor mount on a transmission mount, 2017 Cadillac CT6. It was easy. It was a piece of cake. I bought this part from General Motors dealership, not sponsored, paid about 120 bucks for it, and it should be much improvement over the old one. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.